can we please have on stage the amazing Joan As Police Woman? If you wanna, you can just have a look through the albums first.
Don't wanna be saying this, but I'm gonna say it again, and I want you back again. I'm telling on myself. Just
do I pick something? Oh, okay.
So what did you pick?
I've picked Leonard Cohen, So Long Marianne. How about that?
Perfect.
Yeah, here, I set it up for you.
Thank you so much. So Long Marianne.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Come over to the window, my little darling.
Oh, this never happens.
I'd like
Listening to
try
vinyl together.
to read your palm.
All right.
I used to think I was some kind of gypsy boy
We just got to get to the chorus.
before I let you take me home. Now so long, Marianne.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So, what can you tell us? Why did you pick this album?
Because Leonard Cohen is one of our best songwriters and most beautiful poets, and his arrangements are very simple, and I love he always has often has two women singing back up that really just bring, like right there, bring the chorus to this other level, and he's just a gentleman.
All right, and like in general, because there's musicians who they say they don't listen to a lot of music because their job is making music, so they kind of gets them distracted. What's your take on that? Do you listen to a lot of music, or would you rather have some silence?
I really like some silence. But then when I'm in the mood for music, I can't really listen passively. In the supermarket, I'm like, oh, like I'm so distracted by the fact that they're playing ELO or whatever. Like I forget I'm in the supermarket. So when it's time for me to listen, I will listen. But I actually live in quite a bit of silence usually.
All right, yeah, I can absolutely understand that. Would you want to pick another album, maybe?
God, I should just keep looking. I love this song, but you have to start it later.
Later, that's going to be easy.
It takes a while to get into it. And the part I love is when all the women start singing at the end. Start it at least halfway through the last track.
I will do that. Will you tell the people what we are listening to?
We're listening to Demon Days by the Gorillaz. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, you were featured on their latest album. Is that true?
That is true.
Can you tell us the story behind that?
Actually, I met Damon Albarn in Ethiopia because he does an amazing program called Africa Express, where they bring Western musicians to different countries in Africa, and then we learn about the music and then hopefully collaborate with the musicians there, which is just possibly my favorite idea of all time, because music is the shared language of everyone.
So you met in Ethiopia and then later...
And we just stayed friends and made music together, and that track that we made on the Gorillaz album, we made sitting on the couch. He has a really, as you'd imagine, really nice studio. But like, it's funny because I don't think we often get into the part that's really nice. We usually just stay on the couch and like are having some cherries and then just like making music.
Oh. All right. What are we listening to, Joan?
We're listening to Iggy Pop. Imagine wearing that and just being like, yeah, this is my album cover. He's about to come in.
I'm only 5'1". I got a pain in my neck. I'm looking up in the city. What the hell? What the heck? I stare at the concrete. The girders rise high. The steel's above me. There's love in my eyes.
Thank you.
Before we talk about Iggy Pop, today is a special day for you, right? Why is that?
My new album is released today.
Hey!
Yes, yes. I chose not to wear this, but next time.
It's still a pretty special cover, I gotta say.
This is a mirror, and I was singing actually and fogging up the mirror.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
There is one track on this album I would love to listen
Okay.
to with you together because I have some
Okay.
questions on it.
Okay.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. I thought the song was kind of special. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you absolutely don't.
Oh my God, I haven't seen it on the turntable yet. That looks really good.
good.
Woo!
Can we have a round of applause?
Remember the voice slicing into the Playboys. Thought you have any recall?
Can you maybe take us along in your production process of that song?
Most of the songs I just write at the piano. But like for this one, it was not working. It sounded so heavy. And I was getting very frustrated, so I thought, like, how can I just make this super light, you know? And so I took the piano out. I did that drum programming with like all the kicks and stuff, and I was like, oh, now it's working.
Before making an album, do you like have a certain subject or a concept towards another, like your new album, or is it just you go with the flow and then you choose the tracks you want to put together?
Yeah, a little of both, you know. I mean, usually it's a response to the last record I made, which I mentioned to you was like, because I made it over the pandemic, so it was like I had 16 hours a day in my home studio, and I was just like, you know, just like doing tons of editing and making 1,000 vocal harmonies and, you know, 1 trillion string parts. And that was great. I love doing that, but I wanted to write a more spare, simple album with very, like, you know, minimal arrangement.
So it was like a go with the flow process in a way.
It was what now? What did you just say? It was a golden... No, I just didn't hear you. It was...
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow, but...
Yeah.
But I wanted to make it opposite from the last album.
Yeah,
So yes,
yeah.
there was...
So that was the concept.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Perfect. So I didn't completely understand it
I
wrong.
didn't mean to scare you.
It was what now?
I know. I sound mean. I'm not. Okay, what are we doing? How about the third track of side 2?
Which one was that? The third song, right?
Third song, yeah.
Third song, okay.
The amazing Mahalia Jackson.
So I might go in a little...
Yeah, go in, yeah, because a lot of times she...
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't have this album. This is like all with orchestra, which I was not expecting.
All right, yeah.
Which is beautiful, but it actually presents her a little bit as a classical singer. She does have an insane voice. She has a song called How I Got Over, which is one of my favorite songs of all time.
I wrote down a quote of you,
Uh-oh.
and it says, "When I started singing, it felt so naked and revealing and terrifying because I was an adult."
Yeah, because I started singing really late. Yeah, I never wanted to be a singer. I just wanted to play the violin and sort of pick up where John Cale left off. And then all of a sudden, too much life happened, and I had to start singing because the violin was not enough. So then I had to deal with the fact that I had this voice that was not just immediately Sam Cooke. And it took me quite a while to just get comfortable with my voice.
Yeah, I can absolutely imagine that. Like,
Yeah.
the older you get, the bigger the hurdle gets to
for
actually
sure.
start, right?
For sure.
Okay, so we're getting to the end of our interview already, which is way too short. I know, I'm so disappointed. But what are we gonna hear as the last song?
First track.
First track, right. Which is called?
I Never Learned to Share. You can start that from the beginning.
Yes, I love that song.
My brother and my sister don't speak to me, but I don't blame them. But I don't blame them. My brother and my sister don't speak to me, but I don't blame them. But I don't blame them. My brother and my sister don't speak to me, but I don't blame them. But I don't blame them. My brother and my sister don't speak to me, but I don't blame them.
It's hard
It is,
to
it
take
is.
that one down.
I always want to listen, like, if it develops so long, but I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so why James Blake?
I mean, that song is a masterpiece. Anyone that knows it. I mean, I remember the first time I heard it, I was just in awe. I was totally awestruck, and I listened to it probably 1,000 times in a row. But I feel like he takes that melody and then makes all these like sort of Bach arrangements with his voice around it, and his voice is so crazy gorgeous that it's like sort of like you could really hear him sing anything, but his feeling for harmony is so developed that just him arranging a cappella stuff, it's just like, ooh.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Joan, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here, to listen to some music with you. Are there any last words you want to tell to the people?
I want to thank you for bringing all these albums. First of all, they're really heavy. I know.
I didn't carry them, though.
Okay. But you chose such good things. There's also like Grace Jones and Britney Spears in there that I didn't get to play. So I know, right? But thank you for your thoughtful
Thank you so much for
choices.
being here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna be here for a little longer. Bye-bye.
Yay! Thank you.